Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The bold in the beautiful spoilers. Is this Carter's exit story or a new direction can't survive character destruction? The bold in the beautiful B&B. Spoilers reveal that Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, has pulled off his goal of taking over Forrester Creations, but it came at a great cost. It's true that Carter has Hope Logan, Annika Noel, by his side, but Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline Messinswood, and Ridge Forrester, Thorsten K., are convinced she's just using him. As far as Ridge and Steffi are concerned, Carter has let himself be led astray and will only face heartbreak in the end. Even if hope in Carter's romance lasts for a while, some might argue that the cons outweigh the pros here. Carter was Ridge's best friend and a trusted confidant, but he blew all that to smithereens. Of course, Carter had friendships with Steffi and Eric Forrester, John McCook as well, but now they view him as a traitor. Although Carter has pulled off a win for now, there's no way B&B's going to let him stay in charge of Forrester Creations forever. This isn't Carter's family company, so he has no right to steal control away from Ridge and Steffi like this. Carter's motives for going to such extremes were definitely flimsy. Hope's failing line getting cut certainly didn't warrant this, and neither did Carter's risky global conglomerate idea getting shut down. It just feels like Carter overreacted and moved full speed ahead on a plot that's not going to end well for him. The show's setting Carter up for a downfall, so he may ultimately lose power and be left with nothing. If Carter and Hope's relationship doesn't last either, then Carter will really be at rock bottom. This storyline has left many fans worried about what the future holds for Carter and whether his character can survive such destruction. On Instagram back in September, Lawrence St. Victor shut down the idea that he was leaving the show in the comments on one of his posts. Although St. Victor assured fans that he wasn't so popping over to Beyond the Gates, a lot has happened on screen since then. Carter has faced major character destruction in recent months, so some viewers once again have concerns about the possibility of an exit storyline. It's possible that Carter could get written into a corner and at least become a rarely seen character like Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, has become lately. That said, it's also possible Carter could be given a new direction at the end of all this. There might be a redemption story that follows if Carter saves a Forrester's life or does something else that might earn some of his goodwill back with the family. Whatever the case, Carter's character has taken some big hits with his terrible behavior. Some updates need to be made one way or another, so stay tuned for more news on Carter's B&B future. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say some shockers and shakeups are still to come for Carter, so we'll pass along more predictions on what's in store for him. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Is this Carter's exit story or a new direction that can't survive character destruction? For years, Carter Walton has been a staple of the bold and the beautiful, offering a mix of emotional depth, professionalism, and vulnerability that has made him an intriguing and often overlooked character. Played by Lawrence St. Victor, Carter's role as a lawyer at Forrester Creations, his various relationships, and his unwavering loyalty have kept fans engaged in his journey. But recent spoilers and storylines have left viewers wondering, is Carter's current path leading toward an exit from the show? Or is he about to face a complete character shift that might be too much to overcome? Carter Walton's evolution on The Bold and the Beautiful has been far from linear. He started as a steady, reliable, and principled figure, known for being the Forrester legal eagle who could always be counted on for sound advice and a level-headed approach to problems. His career in law was his anchor, even as his personal life was a tangled mess of complicated relationships. From his ill-fated engagement to Maya Avant to his passionate affair with Quinn Forrester, Carter's personal life has often made him a man caught between duty and desire. Still, he has maintained his integrity through it all. But now, it seems like the show is attempting to push him toward a more complicated, and perhaps darker, direction. A character at a crossroads. As recent episodes have unfolded, Carter seems to have reached a turning point. He's no longer the reliable lawyer with a soft spot for others. His most recent storyline has highlighted a dramatic shift. The personal turmoil he's endured, particularly in his relationships with women like Quinn, Paris, and even the lingering tension with Zoe, has chipped away at the core of his once steady persona. More troubling, however, is the potential for Carter to be pushed into destructive territory, both personally and professionally. The most recent spoilers seem to suggest that Carter is about to face a major personal crisis that will challenge his core values. One of the most shocking rumors swirling is the possibility of Carter being involved in a scandalous betrayal. His entanglement with Katie Logan, which had seemed innocent at first, could easily be the catalyst for an explosive storyline. If Carter truly crosses a line by acting inappropriately with someone close to him, it could signal a complete break from the character the audience has come to know. This would be an abrupt and possibly irreversible departure from the good guy persona Carter has held for years. Some have speculated that this might be an indication that Carter is being written out of the show altogether. Given the ebb and flow of character arcs on The Bold and the Beautiful, it's not entirely outside the realm of possibility that the writers are gearing up for a final chapter in Carter's story. An affair or betrayal could create the kind of backlash that makes his future on the show untenable. If this storyline unfolds, it could mean that the Forrester legal eagle is being written off in a way that leaves no room for redemption. A shocking end to a character who has always been portrayed as a fundamentally decent man. A new direction or a dead end? Alternatively, this may not be Carter's exit story, but a reinvention of sorts. The writers of The Bold and the Beautiful are known for taking risks with character development, sometimes opting for radical shifts in direction to shake things up. Perhaps this betrayal is less about destroying Carter's character and more about giving him a chance to reinvent himself. If he's pushed to his limits, emotionally, morally, or even professionally, it could open up new and intriguing possibilities for the character. The problem, however, is that Carter is already walking a fine line. His character has never been one to thrive in murky, morally gray territory. Fans have always appreciated his commitment to integrity, making it hard to envision how Carter could recover from such a scandalous event. What would make a betrayal or destructive arc work for Carter at this point in his journey would need to feel earned. It would need to be part of a larger transformation that doesn't feel like it came out of nowhere, but rather as a consequence of a series of events that forced him to reevaluate his life and choices. Yet, even in a new direction, there's the risk that Carter's character could lose its heart. Without the moral compass that once defined him, would viewers still care about his fate? Would a Carter who succumbs to the same temptation as the show's more villainous characters, people like Bill Spencer, Quinn Forrester, or Thomas Forrester, still be a figure the audience roots for? In many ways, the show's attempt to place Carter in this new narrative direction might end up undermining what makes him distinctive, and it could alienate a portion of his fan base. If the writers opt for this dramatic turn, they must tread carefully and ensure that Carter's evolution doesn't feel forced or out of place. Can Carter survive character destruction? If the writers do decide to take the character down a darker path, the question becomes whether Carter can survive the fallout. The Bold and the Beautiful has shown time and time again that characters can sometimes recover from their darkest moments. Consider Ridge Forrester's long history of moral ambiguity, or even Brooke Logan's countless missteps. However, not every character is afforded that same opportunity. Carter, for all his charm and intelligence, is not one of the show's heavyweights like Ridge or Bill. His presence in the show is impactful but not essential. His departure or destruction could be felt in the short term, but the show could also easily carry on without him. If the character's transformation into something unrecognizable occurs, the writers may risk losing the heart of what made him a fan favorite in the first place. Furthermore, Carter's relationship with Forrester Creations could also be jeopardized by these changes. If his actions damage the company's reputation or tarnish his professional credibility, it could lead to a breaking point. His departure could be the result of a complete breakdown in both his personal and professional lives. And given how easily the show's power players can move on from lesser characters, Carter may find himself cast adrift in a way that's impossible to recover from. Conclusion: in the end, whether this new storyline is Carter's exit arc or an exploration of a new direction remains uncertain. But one thing is clear: the bold and the beautiful has pushed Carter to a dangerous precipice. His fate seems to hang in the balance, and what happens next could either elevate the character to new heights or mark the beginning of his downfall. Fans will be watching closely, hoping for a resolution that respects the character's legacy while keeping him fresh and engaging. However, with each twist and turn in the storyline, the question remains: will Carter be able to survive this character destruction, or will the writer's desire for drama ultimately end his journey on the show?